I'm back! Are you surprised? It's been a few years since I've uploaded anything onto this channel. A few big life updates. I am a mother, no drama. I became a mom, a girl mom, to my sweet baby Quinn in January of this year. It was a journey. My husband and I have been wanting a baby for a few years now. We experienced 2 miscarriages in the first trimester, late first trimester both times. And so yeah, I've just spent a lot of the past few years being pregnant, which was just like a whole journey. My morning sickness, every single pregnancy was just so brutal. And so yeah, I spent a lot of time like not focusing on hiking as much. I got in what I could, but yeah, it wasn't my entire personality like it used to be, and it still isn't quite there yet. Being postpartum, I'm 4.5 months postpartum, and I've gone hiking with Quinn 2 times now, I believe. Very locally. Also, big update, I live in Minnesota again. So yeah, I'm not in Colorado. The mountains aren't just readily available. So I'm doing what I can for outdoor activities. I've kind of shifted my mindset to kind of embrace what's like locally in the area that I live in, instead of like trying to just make and force hiking in Minnesota. There's hiking, it's just different, you know? So I've pursued road biking, kayaking. There's a lot of beautiful lakes where I live where you can kind of like kayak from lake to lake through like river channels and stuff. I plan on doing more of that with Quinn. I need to figure out like, yeah, a setup that works best with a baby, but that'll be happening. What else? Mountain biking is really huge where I live, and so I just purchased a really pretty nice road bike, so I'm just kind of like holding off on a mountain bike for a little bit, but I plan on pursuing that and maybe trying some bike packing. So yeah, being outside is still my entire personality, just in a different way now. I think that learning how to do some of these things with a baby, there's a learning curve, and obviously the cost. There's a lot of equipment needed, a lot of additional equipment needed to bring a child along. So just chipping away at that. We've gone hiking a few times now, and it's been really awesome. She loves being outside, and now she can hold her head up, so she is able to kind of look around more, and she can grab things. So I try to make it an interactive experience. So yeah, it's been the past few years have just been like, I've been very focused inward, and you know, it's been I've been probably more focused on, you know, the bad things than the good things, especially like with the pregnancy losses and everything. But I'm back and I'm doing so well. I'm tired because we're still waking up in the middle of the night, but other than that, like, yeah, doing really well. I know it takes time to find yourself a little bit more postpartum, but I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm trying to focus on like all my hobbies again, and yeah, finding balance, giving myself grace when I'm not able to do as much as I used to do. So doing well overall, I'd say. Also, if you would have told me that I would be talking about motherhood on YouTube even like a year ago, I would have laughed. I would have laughed at you, but it is just kind of my life. So I wanted, all of that being said, this channel is actually kind of gonna pivot a little bit because yes, I'll be sharing my outdoor activities on here for sure moving forward, but I am actually pursuing crochet a lot more than I used to. So yeah, I think I'm going to be kind kind of turning this into more of a crochet channel. So that's really exciting. One thing about motherhood too is that you kind of like all the things that you've been wanting to do for with your life, and like, how do I reframe this? The things that you know are supposed to be important in life just kind of, you get forced into it. I'm not like wording it correctly. Let me think of how to phrase this. I don't know. I just feel like the things that I've been wanting to do, but like just haven't made myself do them. Like all of a sudden I'm feeling this drive. It's kind of like a new spark. Like I'm feeling this new spark, new drive for life. Like Quinn has quite literally given me more purpose, which has been so beautiful and so fun. But now, of course, I have like less time to pursue the things that I've been wanting to. But I don't know. There's just this new spark for life. So one thing that I want to do is make more YouTube videos. And I can't do that in a way that I used to want to, but I can do it in a new way. So we're going to do crochet, which is quite literally become my personality lately. So I'm very excited. I opened up an Etsy shop last week. I believe it was last week. I launched my Etsy shop, and what I've been I'm so unprepared, but let me show you what I've been making. Don't mind my washing machine going off. Just multitasking to the nth degree at all times in life now. Okay, yeah. I have these mostly made, but so you can tell the little fruits. I have a watermelon, a lime, a grapefruit, and a dragon fruit. But what I do is I make these little circles and I fold them in half, and then I'll put a little keychain loop on here and a magnet right here so it closes, and then you can store your sunglasses in here and hang them off of like a bag, a purse, a backpack. Like for me personally, I was excited to have this to hang off of like my backpacking backpack or my hiking backpack so that I don't lose my sunglasses like I do every single time I go out on trail. It seems like I'm notorious for dropping my sunglasses and losing them. So that was kind of what drove this project, and yeah, I mean, they just are literally perfect for everything. You can put on your purse, like I said, your beach bag, whatever. So, yeah, that's what I'm making. Let me think. I'm so illy prepared. The lime one, I ended up upgrading the colors, so that's what I'm working on right now. New and improved. This one, I was just kind of trying to use what colors I already had, but they just don't work for me. So I'm upgrading the colors for that. And yeah, we have some orders to fulfill. So I think I have 2 limes, a watermelon, and a grapefruit possibly to make. So I'm working on the limes now. So yeah, I just wanted to obviously kind of give you guys an update before we move forward with this channel being more crochet oriented, and that's my spiel. So I'm just gonna start working on making these or finishing this lime. I think I'm going to end up just doing all the bases for all of them first, and then adding, you know, the little details, and then the hardware, which I offer gold or silver for each of the fruits. I think that's it. So yeah, let's crochet and chat. What inspired me to do the fruit specifically was, well, it's summer, and I wanted to kind of, since I live in Minnesota around all the lakes, I wanted to kind of make all my products like lake life or lake day friendly. That's kind of what inspired this project. And now, of course, I have like I've had friends give me so many cute ideas for like what to do next. My favorite is sushi. Like, how cute would that be? Like a little sushi. Ah, that's adorable. And then like animals. I've had friends ask if I would do animals, which would be fun. Like, kind of combine amigurumi, which is, if you don't know, kind of like, you've seen crochet stuffed animals and stuff and plushies. That's called amigurumi. Um, but yeah, kind of combine amigurumi and like that would be so cute, I think. So fun. But this one I'm calling, what did I call it? The fruit stand collection. We'll see if I add more fruits moving forward. I'm not sure if I will or not, but I thought these were like a fun little, especially the watermelon was what I did first, and then I just wanted to do kind of like fun, maybe different fruits that like you wouldn't think about. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, but what else can I blabber on about while we're making these? Oh, the pattern. So, I mean, I saw an inspo pic, and that's kind of what inspired these, but I'm not following a pattern per se yet. I made, let me show you I made a bunch of practice ones to kind of get my pattern down quite a bit. Like, these obviously aren't fruits. I just kind of used whatever yarn I had around. And so I think, like, I don't know what it is, but since I had a baby, this cat, her name's Luna, has been just, oh, chaos. So needy. So needy, so cuddly, just like up in my business, which has been kind of overstimulating, but it's very sweet of her. Anyways, I'm not using a pattern yet, but I will like plan on making patterns for these if anyone out there wants the pattern. I will eventually make a pattern for them. That's the goal, at least. Yeah, let me make sure I'm counting correctly. This is really hard to focus on crocheting and videoing at the same time. What the heck? What else? Pattern. Where did I learn to crochet? My grandma. My grandma taught me actually when I was young. I can't remember how old I was, but she taught me, and it stuck a little bit. I remember making like scarves and stuff, but I tried to knit at some point in my life, I believe in college. And yeah, I think more recently, like being pregnant and not really being able to be as active as I used to be, kind of forced me into wanting to find something else to do with my time. And so I decided to pursue crocheting a little bit more, and it's obviously like really popular right now. So I think that kind of influenced the hobby a little bit too. But since I like already knew how to do it, it was pretty easy to pick back up on again. And yeah, I love it because it's just like quiets my mind. It's just, like the same thing that I kind of get with hiking. I just kind of enter like a flow state when I'm crocheting, which is fabulous because as someone with a really busy, anxious mind, you need hobbies that you can just like shut your mind off. It's so important, I think, to keeping your mental health. So, all right, I'm trying to decide. I think so. Basically, all I'm doing is if you're a crocheter, doing a double crochet all the way around. I did a magic circle in the middle and then double crochet. Switched colors for the peel, the lime peel. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do one more round of just a single crochet to kind of make it the line rind a little thicker. And then I think we should be done with this one. Looks good. Okay, what was I talking about? Can you remember? It's so hard to focus on crocheting and talking. This is gonna be a challenge. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I learned to crochet. What have I made? I've made some, like I've made a bunch, but I've made some things for my baby, some hats, because she was born in January, so we needed winter hats. I've made hats for adults. I've made a sundress. Actually, I made two sundresses. One of them was but I made a sundress for one of my friends, which turned out really cute. I've made some amigurumi teddy bears for some of my nieces and nephews. I made a blanket for my nephew. Oh my god, I'm so tired. What else have I made? Oh, Quinn slept so bad last night. I don't know what happened. And also, of course, Jeremy's gone this week, so my husband. So I'm solo parenting this week, and yeah, I just needed to get these orders out because I have a deadline and I don't like sitting on orders. So I decided that this is what I'm doing during my lunch hour instead of taking a nap. So we'll see. That might backfire on me, but I just need to get these orders done. 3, 4, 5. Parenthood is really kind of crazy. I think one thing I wish I had before having a kid was experience with a baby. I have one niece, but other than that, I didn't really have experience with childcare or taking care of an infant. So I definitely should have read more books, but also, I don't know, it kind of felt like something you just need to be like thrown into in a way. Every baby is going to be different, but yeah, it was a little rough at first. I'll just say that. She ended up having silent reflux, which was way harder to get. Like, you hear about it all the time, but it was definitely harder to get diagnosed than I thought, because she would just be like fussy at bedtime, and that can be like normal baby behavior too, but it ended up just like getting more and more intense. Oh my gosh. Ugh, people. How do moms do any of this? Especially with multiple kids, moms are amazing. You really don't understand it until you have your own kid, but silent reflux. So yeah, she just kept getting more intensely fussy at nighttime around like 6 to 8 weeks, and like she wasn't throwing up or anything. We ended up figuring it out because we ended up just being able to smell the acid on her breath, so that's how we figured it out. And then yeah, we ended up bringing her in. Oh yeah, she had like feeding issues too right away. She would just fall asleep so quickly when breastfeeding or nursing, and yeah, we ended up having to introduce the bottle because she ended up being jaundiced. So she's just always had like feeding issues since the beginning, so it was hard figuring out if it was that or just like normal fussiness or something else. It was kind of chaotic for us right away. We're new parents. Neither of us actually have that much experience with babies, but we figured it out, and she ended up going on some medicine, and that helped like literally within hours. And we never had an issue with the acid since putting her on that medication. So yeah, it was a little chaotic right away, but it's been great since. It's just so fun to watch them go through all the milestones, like how people figure out how to use their hands, and like just watching life come to be like from the start. It's just such a cool experience for us, so we've loved it. Okay, I'm gonna stop blabbing actually. I've decided that this video is long enough. We're just gonna keep this like an intro, what's going to be happening on this channel moving forward type of video, and we're gonna end up finishing all of my Etsy orders on another video. That'll probably be the next one that comes out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Again, subscribe if you're interested in crochet content. I'll probably be making some more outdoor adventure videos too, here and there, probably you know, it's not going to be the main focus on this channel, is going to be crochet. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.